Shakespeare's timeless quotes, profound wisdom to change your life. True wisdom lies in recognizing one's own limitations. A fool may believe himself to be wise, yet a truly wise person understands the vastness of knowledge and acknowledges how little they actually know. This self-awareness is the foundation of learning and growth. Join us on classic quotes that inspire to discover quotes that shape your destiny. Arrogance blinds people to their own ignorance, while humility opens the door to wisdom. Those who think they have all the answers often stop seeking truth, whereas the wise remain curious and open-minded. A fool speaks with confidence even when he lacks understanding, but a wise person listens, reflects, and questions. Similarly, words are easy to say, but genuine actions define a person's character. Many make promises, but few remain steadfast in loyalty and support. A true friend is not just someone who speaks kindly, but one who proves their faithfulness through actions, especially in difficult times. Words, like the wind, come and go, but real friendships withstand the test of time. Thus, wisdom is not about appearing knowledgeable but about continuous learning and self-reflection. It is about seeking truth rather than proving oneself right. Likewise, trust and loyalty are built through consistent actions, not mere words. In a world full of fleeting promises and false confidence, wisdom and genuine friendship are rare treasures worth cherishing. Love is not merely an attraction of the eyes but a connection of the soul and mind. True love goes beyond physical beauty. It is built on understanding, trust, and emotional depth. What we see can be deceiving, but the heart and mind recognize a love that is pure and enduring. Those who truly love do not judge based on appearances but appreciate the deeper qualities of their partner. However, love should not be given to those who do not cherish it. Loving someone who does not value you can be emotionally exhausting and painful. Unrequited love drains the heart, leaving behind disappointment and sorrow. Instead, one should invest love in relationships that are reciprocated, where care and affection flow both ways. A love that is mutual and appreciated brings warmth and fulfillment, while one-sided love only leads to heartache. Despite its beauty, love is rarely easy. Shakespeare reminds us that the course of true love never did run smooth. Relationships are filled with challenges, misunderstandings, distance, differences, and obstacles. Yet, true love is not about avoiding hardships but about overcoming them together. The strongest relationships are those that endure struggles and grow stronger through them. Love is tested by time and trials, but those who truly care for each other find a way to navigate through difficulties. At its best, love is like sunshine after the rain. Even after pain and sorrow, love has the power to heal and bring joy once more. It is a source of comfort, a light that brightens life's darkest moments. Whether in romantic love, friendship, or family bonds, love has the ability to transform and uplift. However, it should be nurtured wisely, given to those who respect and treasure it. In doing so, love becomes a beautiful and lasting force in life. Greatness is not limited to those born into privilege or power. Some individuals inherit greatness through birthright, while others achieve it through relentless effort and determination. There are also those who, unexpectedly, are placed in situations where they must rise to the occasion, embracing a role of significance they never sought. Regardless of the path, greatness is not defined by luck or circumstance alone. It is shaped by one's choices, perseverance, and mindset. Shakespeare reminds us that destiny is not written in the stars but in our own hands. While external factors may influence our journey, our decisions, ambitions, and actions ultimately determine our fate. Those who believe in predestined outcomes may feel powerless, waiting for life to unfold on its own. However, true greatness comes from those who take control of their future, making the most of opportunities and shaping their own success. Fear often holds people back from realizing their full potential. Many hesitate to pursue greatness because they doubt their abilities or fear failure. Yet, history has shown that some of the most extraordinary figures were not born into prominence but created their own legacy through courage and resilience. Greatness is not reserved for a select few. It is within reach for anyone willing to work for it. Moreover, Life sometimes forces greatness upon individuals. Unexpected challenges, responsibilities, or turning points may push someone into a role of leadership or significance. While it may seem overwhelming, those who rise to these occasions often discover their hidden strengths. In moments of adversity, true character is revealed, and greatness emerges from those who embrace the challenge rather than shy away from it. Ultimately, fate does not dictate success, one's actions do. To achieve greatness, one must be fearless in the pursuit of their dreams, proactive in shaping their future, and resilient in the face of obstacles. It is not destiny that defines us, but the choices we make and the effort we put forth in carving our own path. Fear is a powerful force that can control our thoughts and actions, often preventing us from reaching our full potential. Shakespeare suggests that conscience, our inner sense of right and wrong, can sometimes make us overly cautious, leading to hesitation and self-doubt. When we overthink or dwell too much on possible consequences, we may become paralyzed by fear, unable to take necessary risks or make bold decisions. Instead of acting with confidence, we allow fear to dictate our lives, missing opportunities for growth and success. Over time, the things we fear most can turn into resentment or even hatred. Fear creates barriers in our minds, making us see challenges as threats rather than opportunities. When we repeatedly avoid what scares us, it gains more power over us. However, when we confront our fears, we often realize that they were never as terrible as we imagined. Facing our fears head-on helps us grow stronger, more confident, and less controlled by anxiety. A coward experiences the agony of death countless times before actually facing it. The fear of failure, rejection, or suffering can make a person live in constant worry, robbing them of joy and freedom. Instead of fully embracing life, they are trapped by what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. In contrast, a brave person understands that death, like many of life's challenges, is inevitable and beyond our control. By accepting this, they live with courage, facing each day with strength rather than fear. True bravery is not the absence of fear but the ability to act despite it. Life rewards those who take risks, learn from failures, and refuse to be controlled by their doubts. While fear and conscience have their place in guiding us, they should not become obstacles that hold us back. In the end, the key to a fulfilling life is not avoiding fear but learning to master it, turning uncertainty into motivation rather than hesitation. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and how we use it determines our success and happiness. Shakespeare emphasizes the importance of acting early rather than waiting until it is too late. Being proactive and prepared can make the difference between success and failure. Opportunities in life are often fleeting. Those who hesitate may miss their chance, while those who act decisively position themselves for success. It is better to be early and ready than to wait too long and find that the moment has passed. Opportunities do not always come at the perfect time, nor do they wait for those who are unprepared. People who seize the moment, even before they feel fully ready, often achieve more than those who wait for ideal conditions. Many fear taking action because of uncertainty, but hesitation can be a greater risk than failure. The regret of missing an opportunity is often worse than the fear of making a mistake. Taking a chance, even if it is imperfect, allows us to learn and grow. Furthermore, Shakespeare reminds us that work done with care and dedication removes the fear of failure. When we put in our best effort, act with integrity, and prepare thoroughly, we can move forward with confidence. Fear often arises from uncertainty or a lack of preparation, but when we have done all we can, we no longer need to fear the outcome. Success is not just about being the fastest or the first, it is about being thorough and doing things with quality. Time is relentless. It does not wait for anyone. The wise make the most of every moment, recognizing that preparation, dedication, and action lead to success. By acting early and working diligently, we not only create more opportunities but also eliminate the fear of failure. In life, it is not just about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about making the moment perfect through effort and readiness. Honesty is one of the greatest legacies a person can leave behind. Wealth, power, and status may fade, but a reputation built on truth and integrity endures. Shakespeare reminds us that no inheritance is as valuable as a life lived with honesty. A person who remains true to their principles earns respect that lasts beyond their lifetime. While material riches can be taken away, a legacy of honesty is a lasting testament to one's character. However, reputation is not always a true reflection of a person's worth. It can be built without real merit and lost without just cause. Society often judges people based on perception rather than reality, and reputations can be shaped by gossip, misunderstanding, or even deliberate falsehoods. A person may be praised without deserving it, or condemned without having done wrong. Because of this, placing too much value on reputation alone can be dangerous. It is fragile, easily manipulated, and not always tied to true virtue. True honor, unlike reputation, comes from within. It is not about how others see us, but about how we live our lives when no one is watching. A person with integrity does what is right, even when it is difficult or unpopular. While reputation can be destroyed by lies or circumstances beyond one's control, honor remains untouchable as long as one stays true to their principles. At the same time, honesty requires courage. In a world where deception can sometimes bring short-term gain, staying truthful may seem like a disadvantage. However, those who consistently act with integrity build trust and respect that no amount of wealth or status can replace. Honesty brings peace of mind, ensuring that one's conscience remains clear. Ultimately, Shakespeare teaches us that while reputation can be fleeting and unreliable, true honor and honesty are unshakable foundations for a meaningful life. Those who prioritize truth over appearances leave behind a legacy that is far more valuable than any material wealth. Life is often filled with struggles, disappointments, and hardships. Shakespeare suggests that from the moment we are born, we enter a world filled with foolishness, mistakes, and human flaws. A newborn's first instinct is to cry, as if mourning the challenges that lie ahead. Life is unpredictable, and despite our hopes for joy and fulfillment, we are inevitably faced with difficulties. We navigate a world where people make mistakes, chase illusions, and sometimes fail to see the truth. Understanding this reality allows us to accept life's imperfections and find meaning despite them. Hardships rarely come alone. Shakespeare observes that when misfortunes arrive, they do not come as isolated events but as overwhelming waves. Just as one problem begins to settle, another arises, creating a cycle of struggles that can feel relentless. Life often tests us with back-to-back challenges, making it seem as if suffering is unavoidable. However, acknowledging this truth can help us develop resilience. Knowing that difficulties are a part of existence allows us to endure them with greater strength and patience. Despite the hardships, life is not just about sorrow and struggle. While challenges are inevitable, they also shape us, making us wiser and stronger. Adversity teaches us lessons that ease our future burdens and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world. Even in moments of despair, there is always an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. If we can accept life as a mix of joys and sorrows, we can appreciate the beauty of existence despite its imperfections. Shakespeare's view of life reminds us to be both realistic and hopeful. While the world may sometimes seem foolish, and pain may come in overwhelming waves, we have the ability to endure, learn, and find meaning. Life is not perfect, but it is the only chance we have to experience love, growth, and purpose. By embracing its challenges, we can live fully, not as victims of fate, but as individuals who make the most of every moment. Understanding oneself is a lifelong journey. Shakespeare reminds us that while we may recognize who we are in the present, we often fail to see what we are capable of becoming. People tend to define themselves by their current abilities, past experiences, and societal expectations, but this limited perspective prevents them from realizing their true potential. Growth and transformation are always possible, yet many people remain confined by self-doubt and fear of change. True self-awareness requires not just knowing who we are today, but also believing in the endless possibilities of what we may become. One of the biggest obstacles to personal growth is the prison of our own perceptions. Our thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences shape how we see the world and ourselves. but they can also limit us. When we believe we are not smart enough, strong enough, or talented enough, we create mental barriers that prevent us from trying new things or taking risks. These self-imposed limitations are often more restrictive than any external force. The fear of failure or rejection holds many people back, keeping them trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. However, the truth is that our potential is far greater than we realize. We only need the courage to step beyond our perceived limits. Breaking free from these mental prisons requires an open mind and a willingness to embrace change. Instead of seeing challenges as barriers, we should view them as opportunities for growth. Failure should not be feared but welcomed as a stepping stone toward improvement. By changing how we perceive ourselves and the world around us, we unlock the door to new possibilities. The greatest achievements in life come from those who dare to push beyond what they once believed was possible. Shakespeare's words remind us that self-awareness is not just about understanding who we are, but also recognizing the endless potential within us. The only true limits are the ones we impose on ourselves. By embracing a mindset of growth and possibility, we can break free from our own mental prisons and become the best versions of ourselves. Life is a delicate balance of wisdom, restraint, and emotional depth. Shakespeare's words remind us that how we present ourselves to the world greatly impacts our experiences and relationships. He advises us to be cautious in what we reveal, suggesting that true wisdom lies in knowing more than we say and possessing more than we show. In a world where people often seek validation through outward displays of wealth, knowledge, or power, restraint is a sign of strength. Those who act with quiet confidence rather than boastfulness gain the respect of others. It is not about hiding one's abilities but rather knowing when and how to use them wisely. Beyond appearances, the eyes offer a glimpse into a person's soul. They reveal emotions that words cannot express: joy, sorrow, love, or pain. While people may hide their true feelings behind words or forced smiles, their eyes often tell a different story. This is why truly understanding others requires more than just listening to what they say. It requires observing them deeply. Paying attention to someone's eyes can reveal honesty, sincerity, and even hidden struggles. In an age where people often mask their emotions, being able to see beyond words is a valuable skill in building genuine connections. Laughter is often misunderstood as a sign of pure happiness, but Shakespeare reminds us that a smiling face does not mean a person is without sorrow. Instead, it reflects their ability to cope with life's difficulties. Many people wear smiles as shields, finding strength in laughter despite inner pain. True resilience is not the absence of suffering, but the ability to move forward with grace. Learning to handle hardships while maintaining a positive outlook is a key to emotional well-being. Rather than assuming happiness is effortless for others, we should recognize the courage behind their smiles. Shakespeare's life advice encourages us to be thoughtful in our words, perceptive in our understanding of others, and strong in the face of adversity. By embracing these lessons, we can navigate life with wisdom, depth, and resilience.